All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Math is easy step by step. This is part 12 video, and we're going to go over example number 3. I told you that you could choose in the last part, in part 11 video, you could choose either of these coefficients to manipulate in order to get the same exponents. And I told you I did the one on the left first, and I told you I would do the one on the right next. Now, I do want to point out something. The coefficient here in example number 3 in finding the difference is 2.21. In example number 2 in finding the difference, it was 1.21. So the answer at the conclusion of this video will be different from the answer in example number 2. I didn't want to confuse anybody. Okay, so I'm going to manipulate the 7.1 coefficient. Why? Because the exponents are different. They're not the same. The base is the same, but the exponents are different. And if I move this decimal to the left one time, like I'm showing you up here, move the decimal to the left, and then you can add to the exponential power. So if I move this to the left one time, I add 1 to 2, I'll get the same exponential power of 3. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so the first step, hey, let's move the decimal in the coefficient. We move it left one time. And what does that mean? Well, I get to add one value to the exponential power of 2. Now I'm going to have the same exponential power, the same base in both of those scientific notation expressions. And so now the new coefficient, if I move that one place to the left, is 0.71. But now since I added that one exponent, it's times 10 to the third power. Now I can stack and subtract. All right, now I can stack and subtract the coefficients. So remember that first coefficient was 2.21. We line up the decimals. My new coefficient, 0.71. We line up those decimals, and we can subtract. Okay, so 1 minus 1 is 0. And I cannot take away 2 from, I'm sorry, 7. I cannot take away 7 from 2. So what I have to do is I have to borrow from that 2, which leaves me the 1, in order to turn that 2 into a 12. Now I can subtract 7 from 12, right? So 12 minus 7 is 5. I'm going to line up those decimals for my answer. And now I'm left with 1, and there's 0 underneath the 1. So 1 minus 0 is just 1. My new coefficient is 1.5. So in my answer, well, again, first you got to ask yourself, is 1.50 between the numbers 1.0 and 9.99? Yes, it is. It fits the scientific notation criteria or the rule, right? So my answer is going to be 1.5 or 1.50 with the placeholder times 10 to the third power. Both of these values are exactly the same. Thank you for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step. I have a couple pause and practice. I think I have 4 pause and practice problems in the next part 13 video for you to practice yourself. And then I'll show you the answers, much like I did with finding the sum and what I plan to do in finding the quotient, as well as finding the product videos. Remember, math is easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. Help me to help others understand that math is easy step by step.